So today we have with us Meher Kripa Palve Bade, her maternal surname, who will share with us some interesting and precious anecdotes and learnings from the life of her parents, Shri V.R. Bade and Srimati S.V. Bade, with beloved avatar Meher Baba. This is going to be a two-part series, and Meher Kripaji will be with us today and for the next Saturday as well. I would request Meher Kripaji to unmute.
Jai Papa. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. Jai Baba.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा. Can I start? Thank you, beloved Baba. Thank you, Feresh, Angela, and Roshni, and circle of friends and companion Andheri group for giving this opportunity. This forum is special, has got some special importance for me because I had Baba's first darshan in East-West gathering in 1962. And second is my father had his first darshan of the Lord of this universe in October 1950, 16th October 1950. And we will see the details of that further. And third thing is, I am in Nasik now, and Devrali, same area where Baba had opened first Western Women's Ashram. And this is the same place you must be seeing in the films. In 1931, Baba had celebrated his birthday with a big pandal, and all the Western women, Mandali, Western women disciples had helped Baba to bind those big grain pockets and all that, and big pandal is there, and Baba had distributed around 25,000 and packets to the villagers and given darshan. So that time this was all open land. Now the buildings have come up. So this is the same area. And Baba had taken all the Western women to the Leni caves, Pandav Leni. So right from here, I can see that mountain just there, and the caves are just nearby. So that is another this thing. So thank you very much. And in this, first of all, let me beg your pardon for my English. I hope they understand my English, and because I have never learned English in our village, there was no English teacher. So only for 10th standard, I was taught some little English. Afterwards, I am a commerce postgraduate where we hadn't English subject. So just bear with me. If you don't understand, kindly put the message. Having said that, we'll start today's session. In today's session, I'll try to cover up my father's first darshan of Baba, how he came to Baba, my mother's first darshan, in short, Avadia Park darshan, and Baba's breakfast, how we have named Meher, why there is a Meher prefix in all these our names, and Baba's first birthday celebration by my father, and order from Baba, and the publication of her book Prem. And just miss whatever possible, I'll try to avoid much details, but minimum required details I'll give so that the incident will be clear to all. So before starting, I'll just in short give the family history of my father. My father was born and brought up in Vadgaon. It is in Ahmednagar district, and they all the family is from Varkari Sampradaya. Varkari means those who follow Vithala, God Vithala, and they are very simple, very honest people. All these who follow this sampradaya, and on their path of spirituality, the devotion is a main factor for them. and so was the family. And apart from Vithala, they don't accept anyone else as God. So this is his family background. And next session, we'll see my grandfather's darshan also. It's a special incident. And my father, being in a village, he was not gone to school. But a teacher in the school village found out that he is a brilliant boy. So he began for the studies. And my father completed two standards in 1 year. In 1 year, one and two, so the second standard in 1 year, third and fourth standard, like that. And he used to teach maths to the other students. And later, for his higher studies, he had to come to Pune. So Pune, he was staying in a hostel. The hostel was run by government. And in the same hostel, we see Pratap Ahir and all those were there. But Pratap Ahir was the youngest one, very small at that time. And the rector of the school was Nandanan Lakshmikant Thade, LB Thade. So it's very clear, because of Lakshmikant Thade and Gadekar uncle, Ramchandra Gadekar, my father came to know about Baba. In the hostel, the Thade uncle's house was nearby, and he had a very huge house and very big hall. And they used to have regularly Baba meetings and bhajans, and they used to discuss about Baba and giving whatever. Those days, much publications were not there, but whatever was there, they used to share with these people. And my father was that way quite senior, and he used to attend all these meetings, and he used to have so many questions, doubts and queries, which Thade uncle used to reply patiently. And once it so happened that Thade uncle told him and few others that those days Baba's darshan was not means available anytime. Baba used to be in seclusion and the new life period and all that. So once he told them that if you want to have a glimpse of Meher Baba, so and so date, so and so time, Baba's vehicle, Baba's car will pass from this road. So you can stand this and this point, and where those days cars were not uh, too much, very scarce. Very few cars used to be there on the road. It was not at all crowded. And they told the color of Baba's car and all that. And so this few students went there, and they stood at that point waiting for, in the morning, they all went, and they waited there for Baba's car to pass from that road. Quite a long time passed. Car didn't go. Others left and went for lunch. But my father stood there only. Till evening, morning he had gone. No lunch, no dinner, no tea, nothing. Evening, somehow, Thade uncle found it, because they used to have roll call sometimes. So somehow he came to know, because the responsibility of all these people were on him. So he found out that Bade is not there. So he asked others, so where he is? So they told, oh, mad, that mad, still he is standing there. You had told that Baba's car will be passing on from this road, and that mad is still standing there waiting for Baba's car. And that Thade uncle realized, oh, because as usual, Baba's plan had changed all at a sudden. And that day's plan was changed, and Thade uncle forgot to tell that, and he didn't think that these people will take it so seriously to meet Baba. And then he sent someone, and he called Bade from that place back to hostel. And then he realized that the sincerity this boy is thinking for Baba, and curious to see Baba. So he promised, the next immediate opportunity, I'll take you to Baba's darshan. And we all know 16th October 1949, Baba started his new life. And just for a day, or we can say for a few hours, just for 6 hours, Baba had come to old life. And a meeting was arranged in Mahabaleshwar for the select one. It was Aga Khan Palace. We have seen that place. Now it is no more. They have demolished. And there Baba had arranged for a meeting, and one day Baba, and there this news Thade uncle gave to my father, and he told him that Baba is coming to Mahabaleshwar, and darshan, you can take darshan, because afterwards we don't know, again Baba will be going new life, means we don't know when he will be available, when he will come back, whether he will come or not, whether you will have darshan, so better. So my father said, I am very much curious to see Baba, but I don't have money. And so he gave his watch. My father had a wristwatch. Those days, wristwatch was a very luxurious thing, and he passed in very good marks. So his eldest brother had presented him that watch. So this watch he gave to Thade uncle, and he said that my expenses you please arrange from this watch for going to Mahabaleshwar and coming back and all that. And this is how my father went to Mahabaleshwar for having Baba's darshan. Now the thing is that those days Baba's photos or literature was not abandoned, and he had heard from others that Baba's eyes blinks very fast. Baba's fingers move very fast, and it is impossible for a human to see directly into Baba's eyes. It's not possible to meet your eyes to Baba's eyes and see directly to him. And he, as a young boy, challenged, how it's not impossible. How it can be impossible not to see? He's a human being. Why will not be see? Just to see in the eyes means. So he decided that somehow I'll meet Baba's eyes, eye to eye contact. I will do. I'll see into his eyes, and with the sole aim, he sat in the program, and he sat in the program, and he chose a place where he can see Baba nicely, and there won't be any disturbance. And he, his attention was not at all anywhere else. He was not aware of the surrounding and what is happening in that meeting. His sole and only aim was to see Baba eye to eye and meet the eye, do the eye contact. And so the famous sermon was given in this meeting, but that also he came to know and read it later in the literature. That time he was not aware of all these things. And so he kept on staring in Baba's eyes. And Baba, as we know, he is all knowing. He kept on seeing right, left, back, front. But my father, he was not. Baba used to have very quick and fast. He used to have the view of the whole pandal and all the gathering in every anywhere, anytime if it is there. Very fast, Baba used to see everything, all the details. And this time he used to see everywhere, but not my father, who is just sitting in front of him. And much time passed by, but Baba was not looking at him. He was not able to see and make eye contact. And quite a time, more than half a program finished, but it was not possible. And finally, my father thought, oh, it's something. And somehow his mind accepted his defeat. We can say that ego gone. And he said, oh, there is something. It seems it's not possible to see him eye to eye. Okay, better I'll just leave my efforts and I'll see down. The moment he thought so, Baba looked directly into his eyes. And my father says he cannot describe what he felt. So nice, so peace. But immediately, as soon as Baba saw, two light currents came directly from Baba's eyes and entered into his heart. And he felt something is burning inside, even that noise and all that. And even while doing, and he had that very means, he says he cannot describe what he felt. So much peace, so much joy, and something very extraordinary. After that, the whole program, he kept his head down and didn't see again. And he was not at all aware of all the surroundings. He never know what is going around him. And he says in many of the darshans, it used to happen that he used to lose the consciousness of all the other things around, what is happening. And then the program was over. He came out, and Thade uncle immediately grabbed him and asked him, "Do you accept now that he is God? What do you say? How do you feel?" So he said, "It's not ordinary." That much. It's extraordinary. That's all he could say that time. But after that, he never left a single opportunity till Baba was in body since 1950 to see Baba, to meet Baba, to go to the Sahwas, to go to the darshan programs. Never he left a single, whatever comes may. And whenever he used to get the news, he had many times Baba's formal, informal darshan in Mehrazad, Mehrabad, and Khushru in Guru Prasad, because later, in 1954, he left Pune and he went to settle in Pathardi, Ahmednagar district, just 2 hours away from Ahmednagar. And so he used to, I will see later, how Baba gave him so many opportunities to see him. After that, what happened when they were having their lunch in a hostel on the table? And one day, Gadekar uncle came and immediately told in his ear, "Bade, Baba is going to come to Guru Prasad just for some time, not hours also, sometime." Baba used to do this, passing from one place to other place. He used to go Guru Prasad or Bindra house, stay for a while, and then make his forward journey. So immediately, my father, Gadekar uncle, my father, and other few went to Guru Prasad, and Baba had stayed, was resting in a small room sidewise, not the main Guru Prasad hall or that room. And Gadekar uncle had brought a small box of sweets with him, and they all went and had meet Baba. And Baba cracked a joke that, "Gadekar, you are so hefty, such a big person, and such a small box of sweet you have brought. So many of my lovers and mandlis are there. Anyway, keep it." Just a joke apart. And then once it so happened, so slowly with the Baba's meetings, reading books and literatures and all that, my father, see, first comes the faith, first comes the belief, then comes faith, and then comes conviction. That's my mother. Um, Maybe this is 1958 Sahwas, and that was the first time ladies were allowed to see Baba and Sahwas. And my mother is sitting to Baba's left side, down, sitting in the middle among the three. She is the middle one. Yes, that is my mother in black sari. We'll see her stories also in short. She is now in the, they have logged in. We'll ask if they can come up. And so I was telling about the conviction. It's not our thing. As we say, we don't go to Baba, Baba select us. And first comes the belief, then comes the faith, and then comes conviction. And this conviction we cannot forcefully bring in. He is the one who gives this conviction to us. It's not we that we believe in Baba, we accept him as a God. It's Baba, it's he who gives that beautiful gift to us, and he has given to us by birth. And my father got that gift. And when he got that conviction and he got the news, Baba is coming to Bindra house. So he decided to go and take Baba's darshan in Bindra house. Now this time he had accepted him as a God, as an avatar or God in human form. And so, as is the custom in India to offer coconut to God, so he took coconuts because he was not much knowing about the Baba's ways and about the non-rituals and these things. So instead of taking one coconut, he had some idea in his mind, maybe 6 or 4 coconuts, like anger, lust, greed, and for each this aspect of ours, shortcomings of weaknesses, shadripi, what we call. So he took 4 or 6 coconuts and he went to Bindra house, and Baba asked, "Who is he?" And somebody told Baba, "He is Bade." So Baba cracked joke. Bade means Hindi. Bade means big or big, not in size, but by all means big. So Baba cracked some joke, and then he offered coconuts to Baba, and Baba said, "Oh, why so many coconuts? If one goes to God gives one coconut, why you have brought so many coconuts?" But anyway, keep it, and Baba gave it to them to keep it. And this is how he saw Baba in Pindra house. Then once he came to know while he was in Pune only that Baba is going to some place, and that train is arriving Pune station this and this time. And as soon as he knew this, he saw, and there was a little time left. Immediately he took cycle. They used to travel on bicycle only, and he went to station. He just threw the cycle, just dropped it like that only, because very few seconds he took the platform ticket and went to, and like a mad person he was running on the platform, searching for Baba from compartment to compartment, each dabba. And then because he was worried that if this starts, how I, that thought was only to see Baba, and how can I see him, how I'll know where he is, and which compartment and all that. And like that, when he was searching, immediately he located Baba. So beautiful. He was sitting near the window. Usually Baba never. And Baba's hand was rested on window like this, and he was engrossed in his thoughts. Baba was engrossed in his thoughts, and immediately Bade, my father, went running, and he just grabbed Baba's hand and kissed Baba's hand. That's all. Nothing was said, nothing was asked. And see, that is the how no? The things that are real are given and received in silence. This is what Baba Dada's another visit in the initial period of Baba. He just went and kissed her, and immediately, as soon as he kissed Baba's hand, a train started and left the station. So now, straightway, we will come to Wadia Park Darshan, because in between he has memories of 1955 Sahwas, and in between Nestle Wadia was mayor or sort of thing in Ahmednagar, and he had his bungalow. He had a very big garden, very beautiful garden. Wadia Park, it was famous. We used to go there frequently. I remember that garden very well, very beautiful garden, very big garden. Now it is not there as it was previously. And my mother is from Ahmednagar. Her house was near to the garden, and her school was near to the garden. It is a Kanya Shala, and this Nauroji Nestle Wadia, he had a bungalow also near that garden or back of the garden. And as I know, as per my knowledge, uh, when Baba first arrived in Ahmednagar, he had stayed in this very bungalow of Wadia, and I think that bungalow is still there, if I am not wrong. So so this Wadia Park Darshan, we all know so many stories, because all the people around from Ahmednagar villages had gathered in their bullock carts and all that to see Baba take his darshan. From various places they gathered there, they crowded it. But Ahmednagar local people were not there much. And they slowly, through these people, they started wondering why there is such a crowd. And through these people, they came to know that Meher Baba, because those days anyone used to believe, oh, saintly person or God, they will go and have opportunity to take darshan and blessings. And so evening, Ahmednagar people started gathering and making crowd. And that is why we see that huge crowd in the evening when Baba had to sit on the top of the car and to accommodate, to give darshan to all. So this Wadia Park darshan program, my father V.R. Bade and my mother S.V. Bade, both were volunteers. Now my father was already in Baba's, but how my mother came to this program as a volunteer is a really miss, as we see now how Baba picks up his people. So as we know, Thade uncle had yes, yes, question answer will take. So Thade uncle was on a very good post in government, and he had requested that school to arrange and send some students, smart students, for as a volunteer. And in that way, my mother was selected from that school to volunteer in Baba's 1950 Wadia Park Darshan program, 52, 54. So both were volunteer, and that time they were not married and they were not knowing each other also. But later, 1956, they got married. And I'll tell my mother's first darshan of Baba. So the opportunity was, my father never used to ask Baba anything, tell Baba any of his problem or demand anything, nothing, because that was how it was. And they used to observe all the rules and regulations, whatever is there. They never tried to break any rule, and whatever is uh, set rules or whatever is Baba's wish, not to displease Baba at any cost. And always they were very cautious about these things. All their attention was to this point. And if the darshan is not allowed, they will not go for the darshan. So he says 1956, around after 4 or 6 months of their marriage, they got the opportunity to take Baba's darshan. And now it is, whether it is in Sakori or it is in Khushru Quarter, I have a little confusion about that. But the thing is that the program was going on, darshan program it was, and line was going on. Everyone was taking darshan in line, coming in line and taking Baba's darshan and going from other side. And as we know, at the other side, a continuous bhajans program was going on. Madhusudan and all those bhajans, they were singing bhajans. Yes, this is my father to the left side of Baba. He started wearing cap later. Previously he had, but here he has worn that white cap. Just next to Baba, white cap is my father, V.R. Bade. So the darshan and bhajans were going on. Madhusudan and party were singing bhajans. And my mother was standing in a queue. As soon as her number came, Baba immediately stopped bhajan. Immediately stopped bhajan. Immediately he stopped line also. And she was standing in front of Baba, as Baba had stopped queue as well as bhajan. And before she bowed down to Baba, Baba looked at her and Baba inquired who she is. And then Rangoli Kaka was by the side of Baba, and he said, Baba, Bhade's wife. And my father, by the time someone called him and he came running, and he was asked, and he said, yes, Baba, she is my wife. And then Baba said, okay. Baba asked her to bow down, take darshan. And Baba placed his hand on her head like this, complete. Baba put his hand on my mother's head. And this is supposed very auspicious, very great thing in this India. This is a blessings from God, all blessing, material blessing, a spiritual blessing, everything. He blessed my mother, and after her darshan, he again started bhajan and line was started. This is very special. And if we see now her, she has become just like Mast type. Even if it is cut and bleeding, she will not know. Even if you are unknown, she will so lovingly meet you, so happily meet you and kiss you. She has no apna paraya, mine and your, no. All are one for her. She lovely meets everyone. If she is in the hospital, right from the ward boy to the doctor, to everyone, she will say Jai Baba, and within 2 3 days, they will all start responding her with Jai Baba. She loved Baba so much. We'll see that now. The next story will take, I think, from of my mother only. So now she does not remember her children, means we, our names, our husband, our kids' name, where we are, nothing. But as soon as she sees Baba's photo or listens very good bhajan, tears start from her eyes. And if she is so much in Baba's love, if you start singing or you ask her to sing a bhajan or aarti, that is totally nicely. She will sing the full aarti, Baba's prayer and bhajan. That she remembers, but she does not remember all of us so nicely. So that is how Baba has placed. That happened much later after her worldly while all the life is after wending well. This has happened now few years back. So coming back to the point, so she had this darshan, and now we'll know about her another story and Baba's breakfast. We all know that Baba never used to have breakfast. He used to avoid breakfast. As it is, Baba used to have very little for eat, no? And very poor eater, we can say, because digestion was a problem for Baba. That also one story will maybe in next session. So, so Baba breakfast, but then Baba was becoming very weak, and somebody and doctor and Gohar auntie, they all were after Baba to take breakfast. So they started, I think, toast something they started, and that didn't work. And then they started bread and butter, that didn't work. And but finally, how Baba's breakfast went on very well for few years because of my mother. That we'll see. It so happened that my mother had prepared sevai. Sevai is an Indian form of noodles. It is made out of wheat, but she used to grind the wheat on that stone chakki you might have seen under the shade, on which Baba used to grind the flour for the Premashram boys. So similar, that is called zata in Marathi. So on that she used to grind and make it. And she is a perfectionist in anything. She was a Marathi professor, and whatever, whether to teach, whether to cook, everything is a perfection. So she prepared this sevai, and she asked my father how that sevai is made out of wheat. There is a long 5 to 5 feet, we can say, in length, and around 1.5 feet in the width. Wooden plank is there, and some support is kept on that, and then that slanting position, that plank is kept, and on that, like this, that we have to sit both side of the plank, that plank is between the legs, and then you have to do that sevai like this. And other person will downwards come the thin, slight, delicate strips, and other person will take it, and it will be dried and kept, and then it can be stored. So my mother had prepared this sevai, and on her own she told my father that why don't you take some sevai for Baba. If while eating, while sleeping, whatever we do, while taking tea also, if we remember Baba and which type of tea Baba must be liking, I have that question and all that. So it's good. So she said to my father to take some sevai for Baba. And my father was very happy, and they didn't think much whether Baba will like, they will. It just came spontaneous. Baba says, "Nah, I speak in your heart." So like that. So Baba has prompted, we can say her, and say, see, my father took the sevai, and he went to Ahmednagar from Pathadi, 2 hours, those days, 2.5, 3 hours journey. He went to Ahmednagar to Adi Kaka, and he gave it to Adi Kaka that this my wife has sent for Baba. And Adi Kaka in turn sent it to Mehrazad, and Mehrazad then Pendu took it to Baba. Baba asked, what is it? So Pendu said, Baba, ये बड़े का वाइफ ने सेवई भेजा है, क्या करना है, रखना है, I can't speak that Gujarati, so रखना है कि वापस भेजना है. So Baba said, that was the system. जो भी कुछ आए, whatever comes, that has to be first taken to Baba and take Baba's permission and bring to Baba's notice, and then Baba will decide what to do. So Baba allowed him. Baba said, okay, let it be, keep it. And then Mehra Mai prepared kheer with the milk. It's simple procedure to boil it. It gets within 2 to 5 minutes, and add a milk and sugar if you want. And Baba took it in his breakfast, and he liked it very much. And they all were, because it is very soft. Baba had no teeth, and chewing was a problem for Baba. So everyone was very happy. And then Gohar auntie, I think, sent a letter that if it is not a problematic, if she is ready, if it is comfortable for you, so many conditions, and if the sevai is made out of the in the same way, out of the same wheat, out of with the same oil and very little oil it is applied and salt, then you can, if you don't mind, you can send more for Baba. And she prepared sevai and a big tin, maybe 25, 50 kg, 30 kg, whatever. She used to, you might have seen those tins of in the Mehraza, those ashes has been filled in those small tins like that. It will open. So in that tin, she used to fill it, and my father used to take either himself or through Adi Kaka. He used to send it to Mehraza for Baba, and Baba used to take in breakfast. Yeah, this was another service when Baba served himself, and he has. My father was also in that, and he had the fortune of taking that puri. Baba was serving puri, a roll or a piece to everyone Baba had served. And he was also in that, and he got that puri. He has the good fortune of having that puri by the hands of our beloved Baba. So coming back to our Sevai story, and this went on quite a long time, maybe 1.5 year or 2 years. The Sevai issue was going on. She was regularly sending to Baba, and Baba used to have it in his breakfast nicely. So this is the first thing, was suit, somehow fitted and suit for Baba's breakfast. And then it so happened, there's my younger sister is Meher Jyoti. Some from Bombay must be knowing her. So my mother was carrying at the time of Meher Jyoti, so she was in her home. And it's difficult now in that advanced stage of carrying to sit both side on the plank and do the sevai. So my mother's mother, my grandmother, came to see her, and she said, okay, I'll make a sevai. They didn't think anything, this thing with the same weight and all those other things. They followed very strictly whatever the orders were. And they didn't think that the hand is changing or something. The point was to send it to Baba for breakfast. So my grandmother made the sevais, and it was sent to Mehrazad. As soon as Baba got this tin of sevai out of my hand, Baba called Adi. Adi Kaka used to go daily morning to Mehrazad. He asked Adi to write a letter. He said, ask Bade not to send sevai hereafter. Baba asked Adi Kaka to send a letter to stop sending sevai. See how only God, they are in Pathurdi, he is in Maharaja, how he knew that the hand has been changed. And whatever miss, anyway, they have to follow Baba's instruction, and they stop Baba's sevai, sending sevai to Baba. So that's not only Baba's breakfast, but sometimes I feel now, if you see that noodles has become a universal food. I think through that, say avatars, any action is symbolic, and through that avatar does much work what we can't see with our eyes and what our mind cannot think. So this is the story of Sevai or Baba's breakfast. Then we'll come to the names. All our names are Meheranjali, my eldest sister. She is now there logged in here. And Baba had took her in his laps. Both were staring each other's eyes directly, and then Baba had made this gesture. And Baba's Mandali used to say that my sister Meheranjali, she is there, is a agent of Baba. Some agents, they are not aware that they are the agents. Anyway, so what happened when she was born? My father sent a letter informing Baba that a child has born and what name should be given to the child. And then Baba's reply came, you give any name of your choice. The only thing, it should start with Meher. See, these are Baba's orders. Huh? I have heard some few people one day in MPR in dining hall, they were making fun. All these people, how their names are starting with Meher. So this is the story I want to bring and emphasize on this platform. This was Baba's order. If you see later also, many people Baba have named. But this was the later is there. Baba said the prefix should be Meher. Now, why this? If we think about it, so old days in India, the names would be Rama, Sita, Lakshmi, and all these deities' names. Krishna. Why? Because the reasoning logic behind it is when we call that person, automatically God's name is in our mind, in our Baba says that the chant, take my names when you breathe your last. Yeah, always we have to take Baba's, we have to remember Baba, always think of him, always take his name. Nama Mahima, Nama Samarthya. So when they call me Meher Kripa, when you call, whenever I tell my name is Meher Kripa, whenever you tell about Meher Kripa, whoever calls, or my parents or my family members call me, when they call me Meher Kripa, so that much time, Baba's name Meher will be there. And one more important thing is, see, in India, it's this thing, people are very emotional. At the dying moment, if suppose you forget to take God's name, but if they call usually they call their children. And if that person calls the child, which is named prefix with Meher, automatically Meher's name will be in his mouth. Why at the time of dying moment, if we take Baba's name, Baba says, I do not dare to neglect. That person will be liberated. So these names are like this. My eldest sister is Meheranjali. Then my brother, only brother was who has gone to Baba. His stories are different. Meher Prasad, then Meher Krupa. Then my younger to me is Meher Jyoti. And the last is Meher Arti. And now my daughter was also there. She had logged in now. She is Meher Rutuja. She is 31st Jan born. So all these names are, there's an importance. So whenever, whatever post I had been, I never told my surname. It is a custom in India to tell surname, specifically higher post persons. But still, I always told my name as Meher only. Oh, this is our marriage photograph, my husband and myself. And this is our Mansari Mai. And this is Samadhi, where our marriage took place in Samadhi. And a great deal, we can say Mansari Mai was our Panditji. And Erech uncle and Bhagirath Mama and Mansari Mai had played a great role. If you see in this photo, my parents are not there, and Mansari Mai and others are there. And this is the small photo where Baba's photo can be seen. I'll tell the story about this photo also. And this is the 25th February, big celebration used to be there. It is 25 to 35,000 people used to take Baba's darshan and prasad. My father in cap, my mother, and my daughter, myself, and my husband are there in Pathardi. This is, and she's my daughter playing tabla. Now she is a doctor. Now, anyway, so she used to play tabla in Baba bhajans, all bhajans. So this is the importance of Baba's name, and this is the importance of starting names with Meher. In short, now I will tell Baba's first birthday celebrations as birthday photo she has placed here. The first time when my father started celebrated Baba's birthday, that incident I'll try to tell fast forward. And he always used to think something unique, something special. Baba is God, universal, everything universal. So whatever we are doing should be extraordinary for Baba. Nothing should be ordinary or common for Baba. That was always thought. So how to celebrate Baba's birthday in a unique way? That time he was in Pathardi, and Baba used to call him Ek Khambi Tambu, means one pillar tent, because he always did it on his own, never took someone's help. He never collected contributions. All the expenditure he used to make out of his pocket and then give to trust also. That is a different story. So what he did on that specific birthday, how to, because he was not very rich and always short of money. Though he was advocate, he never fought cases from wrong side. Wrong side, which is not truth. Always he fought for the truth, and he never, he always won all the cases. So coming back to the point, he had scarce of money, so he decided how to do the celebrate the birthday. So he got the big good laddus, sweet laddu, round shape sweet in India, very common laddu, and he got it made. This is my father to the left of Baba. Behind Erech uncle is there with the black cap. Behind him is my father. Those days he was not wearing cap. He had good hair. Afterwards he became bald, so started making uh, wearing cap. But that time he is behind Erech uncle and near Baba. So what he did, he got prepared those laddus and kept in a very big thala. We call it a very big plate, you can call it, and kept all the laddus in that, made out of pure ghee, and gave it on the head of Keshav. I still remember that person. Keshav is from a backward class, wearing keshri, orange color turban. So he gave on his head, and they went to a uh, that is called Harijanwada. Means those days in India, backward class people used to stay separately from others in a village, and there was untouchability and so many bad practices going on. But my father, what he did, without bothering for anyone and anything, he just simply went to that area. Usually people will not go to that area of backward class people, and he went to that area and to each one's house, and he himself distributed to each and every person of that society this prasad of Baba laddu on Baba's birthday. What happened afterwards, next, when he went to Mehrazad, he didn't, those days nothing was there, no phones and nothing, and he never used to tell that I have done this or that, nothing. He never liked to share all his these things. Somehow with great difficulty we have taken it out from him. So when he reached Mehrazad and Baba was sitting in the hall, and he was on the entrance only, he had not even stepped in the hall, and Baba immediately tells Erech Kaka that he has distributed laddu on my birthday. And then Erech uncle asked my father, see, Baba says that you have distributed laddus, tell us what is it. And then my father had to narrate it, and Baba said, very good, very tasty laddus. And Baba says that this is the best way of celebrating my birthday. I liked it very much. It touched my heart. This is the short story about the birthday. And then he later celebrated birthdays every year. The 24th night, the whole night, there will be bhajan jagar. The whole night, no one will sleep, and all Baba's bhajans and songs will be going on. Early morning, yeah, these are the pillows below Baba's hand. There is an interesting story about these pillows made and by my father and sent for Baba. We'll see it maybe next session. First, I will finish the story of the publication of Prem book. So he used to celebrate birthdays on a very large scale, nice decoration. All the Glow magazines will be placed there, and all the Baba sayings will be placed. A big hall he had reserved for Baba's cause, and more than 35,000. Each and every person from the town used to come for Baba Darshan and Prasad. All the schools, colleges, offices, and court staff and Panchayat Samiti staff, everyone in the line, they used to come. So now in that area, you will not hear a single person who has not heard of Baba or taken his prasad. So this is how Baba gets it, through someone. So Baba used to praise, and he used to teach Pune people what you are doing. You are nothing doing. See, he alone, he does so many things. So coming back to this Prem Pustak, those days, as I told, that publications were very few. And my father and my mother, they decided that Baba, there is nothing in Marathi. So they said Baba's main is a god of love. So we'll collect all the, they collected all the Baba's sayings and this thing on love, on the subject love, whatever Baba has said about love and on love. And they had a compilation. And then she is MA in Marathi, my mother. So she helped my father to translate all in Marathi. And they made a nice small book with this compilation, and the name of book was Prem. Prem means love in Marathi. And then as soon as the book was ready, they worked hard, both of them, and then he took it to Adi Kaka, to Ahmednagar, and he showed to Adi Kaka that Adi Kaka, this is what we have done. You see, if it is okay, we'll go for the publication. Adi Kaka said, okay, wait, because we have to verify whether it is done correctly, promptly, nicely, perfectly. So he called Balnatu. He asked Balnatu to verify all the details, whether it is done correctly, nicely, perfectly. And Balnatu said, yes, I'll go through it. And he saw it and he was very happy. He said, done perfectly, very nice. We must publish this. And then Adi Kaka said, yes, we can publish this. Then as usual, my father said, oh, we can go about it. I don't have money. And I don't want you to spend. Now you give money, and later when I get money, I'll give it to you. You arrange for the publication of the book. So immediately Adi Kaka called the person printing wala, and then Adi Kaka got the estimate of the expenditure. They were very particular about when it comes for the all the this practical aspects. I forgot to tell one thing. When my mother you had sent Sevena, Baba had sent her his photograph, a very nice photograph with this folding hand and eyes closed. So coming back to book story, so they took the estimate. My father went to Pathardi, and as soon as he went Pathardi, within 2 days, a person came and gave some work to him of his court work, maybe notice or something. And my father never used to ask for money. This is the money, how much. He never charged for his advices. He never charged to poor people. So the person gave exactly the amount which was required for publishing that book. See, this is how, if we do very by heart, without our think thought of self, and selflessly, honestly, with love, and without any other thoughts, when you are doing for Baba, nothing is there. Our mind only Baba, and how to do it perfectly is the only thing. So Baba helps. So we can say Baba had arranged for that. So he took money and immediately went to Ahmednagar and gave to Adi Kaka. Adi Kaka said, you didn't have money. How it came? Because Mandali also used to be curious to know the stories behind it. And then my father told the whole story. And then that book was published. When it was published and it was sent to Baba, Baba took it, did like this, and kept it on his heart, near his heart. I hope you can see this. And Baba made this gesture, and Baba kept it to his heart. This is the story of that Prem book, Prem. I must abide to by the your rules of timings. I think there are some questions. Roshni ji, shall we take the questions? One more important point left. Can I finish that within 2 minutes, or we can take questions?
Sure, please, please.
So
Sure.
it so happened all were telling Baba that I have done this in my and my center. I did this, and as is Baba's, my father was sitting silently behind, and Baba immediately asked me, "Why don't you start bhajan and center at your place?" My father was astonished because he was seeing like this, because everything with the gestures, and when that matter is related to you, automatically you will know Baba's gestures. They tell that they never felt that Baba was silent. The things were conveyed so perfectly which is related to you. So my father said that, me? Baba said, yes, you. So he said, he was advocate, those days advocate. Baba, I don't know singing. Baba said, what is the need? You sing by heart. See, this is very important for all the centers. This is a message directly, I can say, from Baba. What is the need? It should be from heart, whether you know singing or not. Now next, my father's excuse was, who will come for the bhajan? What Baba said, someone comes or not, don't worry, don't bother. how many comes, whether they come or not, people will come. And if no one comes, I will be there. What Baba says? Don't bother who comes and how many comes. If no one comes, I will, whenever you come, sit for bhajan, and whenever you sit for bhajan, I will be there. See, what a promise, what a conviction. There was no way to out for my father to escape. And he started weekly bhajans every Monday. And there are so beautiful stories about that bhajan also. Yeah, yes, Roshni ji. Okay, we'll take question and answer. Thank you, Jai Baba.
If anybody has a question, then you can raise your hand digitally.
I was seeing some hand there.
Yes.
Throughout the program, one hand was
Yeah.
there.
No, that was by mistake. Somebody had put.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So if anybody has a question, please raise your hand digitally, and we could ask Meher Kripaji. Meher Kripaji, do you have that book which you just mentioned to show us by any chance?
Yeah, I have. Shall we show the next section or okay, I'll get it.
No problem. I'm not waiting for the. So
yeah, my husband is there. He will give it, and we can show it to them. Yes, that Prem Pustakna, it is there. A small book.
No problem.
Stop. He's searching for that. So the Baba said to him, whenever you sit for the bhajan, I'll be there. So same thing. If we go to the center, whether virtual, whether this thing, we have to keep it in mind that we are not going for someone. We are going for Baba, because Baba is there. And if Baba would have been body, whether we would have missed that chance of seeing him or taking his darshan, no. So I, like a greedy person, is attending all the virtual programs nowadays, whatever possible.
I can see your loving parents are there as well. Meher Kripaji, can we have them to say something? I see on Mehranjali's over there.
Yeah.
Would be
my mother can sing
words.
Yeah, sure, certainly. Akka? Dr. Mehranjali, please open your mic. Unmute your mic.
Okay.
Yeah. Jai Baba Dada.
Jai Baba.
Say Jai Baba to all.
Jai Baba.
See, Roshni, he is my father. V.R. Bade, Advocate V.R. Bade from Pathardi. She is my mother, S.V. Bade. Akka, where are you?
Background.
I'm
at the background.
You come in between these two, na? You can't?
No, can't.
दादा जय बाबा करा सगळ्यांना बोला ऐकायला येईल आम्हाला
जय बाबा इंग्लिश मध्ये बोला जय बाबा
What you will like you do? Will you like to say something, Dada? Will you like to say something?
बोला लवकर काय सांगू होता इंग्लिश मध्ये
You tell about Baba. What is Baba? How is Baba? How you felt about Baba?
My conviction is Baba is God in human form. With that conviction, I carried all the activities of my life for Baba's purpose. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Ma?
Jai Baba.
Ma bhajan te man Mehera Baba man Mehera Baba. I'm asking my mother to say Baba's.
Baba Sri Guru Raya Tavatarana Mandune Pavana Tavatarana Mandune Priti Che Palavatana
ओवाळी आरती मावकर पूर जाळूने आरती मन पुष्पा रागाचा आरती मन पुष्पा ओवाळी प्रीतीने माझा श्री सद्गुरु रामा प्रेम सागरा ज्ञान दीप तव तव तेज शांती पसरवे ऋतमे उजळल्या पंचय प्राणांच्या ज्योते प्रशांत सुंदर मोठे तुझे मन आनंदे डोलवे प्रियतम आनंदे डोलवे पुण्य दर्शन तुझा उसळते हर्षोर्मे हृदये जे कार्य सप्रेम मगला तुझाची ही विनती सद्गुरु तुझाची ही विनती मम ज्ञान दूर करून स्वस्वरूपी घे अवतार मे बाबा की जय.
जय बाबा.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Baba.
What is
the
my
age,
name?
Meher Kripaji?
Who am I? Yeah, the meaning is Meher Baba Sri Guru Taucharana Vandane. Baba bowing at your feet. Preetichi Fulvata Lavani Ovari Arati. I am doing this arti by burning the camphor of my love. प्रीतीची फुलवात लावणी ओवाळी आरती अहम भाव कर्पूर जाळुनी
अर्पी मन पुष्पा
अर्पी मन पुष्पा aham bhava I am burning the camphor of my ego and offering you the flower of my mind inhalation
of my love.
aham bhava कर्पूर जाळुनी अर्पी मन पुष्पा ओवाळी प्रीतीने माझा श्री सद्गुरु राया I am doing this आरती with love अहम भाव कर्पूर जाळुनी अर्पी मन पुष्पा ओवाळी प्रीतीने माझा श्री
प्रेम सागरा ज्ञान
प्रेम सागर येस अक्का कंटिन्यू प्रेम सागरा
ज्ञान दीप तव तेज शांत पसरवी अंतरी तेज शांत पसरवी. सो ट्रान्सलेट
यू आर द ओशन ऑफ लव प्रेम सागरा ज्ञान दीप and the lamp of your knowledge प्रेम सागरा ज्ञान दीप तव
तेज शांत पसरवी
and that the lamp of your knowledge is spreading a light of peace. You are the ocean of love. प्रेम सागरा ज्ञानदीप तव तेज शांत पसरवी अंतरी तेज शांत पसरवी गुरुस्नेही उजळल्या पंचही प्राणांच्या ज्योती. ते लागता प्रशांत सुंदर पंचप्राण 5 lives that आरती we are doing and प्रशांत सुंदर मूर्ती तुझी माझा आनंदे डोलवी. You are lovely figure. You are so lovely that with joy I am dancing with joy. आनंदे डोळे पुण्य दर्शने तुझ्या उसळती हर्षोन्मे हृदय. With your darshan, your sight, the
waves of happiness are arriving in my mind. Waves of happiness, the tide of happiness.
येस अक्का कंटिन्यू आणि एकदा चेहरा दाखव प्लीज.
नको
समोर येत
नाही.
ओके.
What is their age, Meher Kripaji?
My father is 94 and my mother is 86.
Yeah, Baba.
Father's birthday next month, mother's birthday last month over. So
thank you.
If you ask her, she cannot recognize me. She will not tell my name and all that. But if you ask another bhajan prayer, we have 2 minutes, Angela ji, Roshni. Ma Parvardigara man.
नको कृपा आता बस.
पर्वतगारा जगाराचे तो नसे आदनाम तो तुझे तुला घ्या तुझ्या तान तुझा नको ना तुला एक सापडे ना तुला वर्णना रूप नानक ताना गुणातीत येतो तुला बंधना अगाधा विनाशा न पावे कदाच न पावे तुला तर्क वा कल्पना पाहू सके कोण तुझा अभंग चिरंजीवना दिव्य नेत्रविना होताचे तू पूर्वकाली असे आज राये पुढे सदा सर्वदा
मोठ्याने.
सदा व्यापुने.
चला बापुने सर्व तो वस्त मात्रे असे तू तसाचे चला ते तये व्यापुने आकाश पाताळ न्यारा निराळ्या उरे सर्व वस्तू होणे भूमिका तो नातो भूमिका ते तळतो तो व्यक्त ये आणि अव्यक्त ये असोने स्वयं नेते न कोणातो बसवणे ते लोके उरे त्यावरे तो दानसे सर्व हृदयामना सृष्टी निर्मायक सर्व देवेश्वरा कल्याणकारी सदा सर्व शक्ती असे सर्वव्यापी न्यायाचा अमर्यादा आनंद शक्ती असेन अमर्यादा प्रज्ञान येतो त्याचा असे मध्य सर्वज्ञ तो ज्ञानचंद ते कालज्ञ येतो स्वयं ज्ञानबा तरी सच्चिदानंद आत्मा से आत्मा गुणापारणा प्रेम सिंधू तुझा प्राचीन तू एक श्रेष्ठा व निश्रेष्ठ सत्याचे आधार प्रभू तू तसा असे देव तुझे परम देव हे तू परात्परे तू देव परमेश्वरा अल्लाह इलाही यरदान तुझे अवोर मध्या असे तू करा परमात्म देवा परब्रह्म तुझे श्रेष्ठ तू सर्व शक्ती तुझ्या तुझ्या विण तुझा न पूजा कोणी असे साथ येद तुझे नाव
Avatar Meher Baba ki. This is Parvardigar prayer, and Dr. C.D. Deshmukh had made it in rhythmic poetic Parvardigar. So it was sung before Baba. They used to sing this, and so from old days, that time onwards, we are saying this only daily. And my father, whenever this is the book. Roshni was asking, oh, I have to show it now. It must be saying Multana. This is the book.
It's correct.
Correct, na? So this is the book, Roshni, you are asking. That small book they both have done, Prem. That is on love, compilation of all the Baba's messages on love.
Beautiful.
So my father, if you ask final declaration and all that, na, without saying any book, he will start now. All those things, he is reluctant to share his personal experiences. But what Baba said, Baba's messages and all that, he says all that.
But what great that your mother just remembered so fluently every word of it and sharing with us in his love. Thank you so much.
Next time we'll ask her to sing one bhajan, that is old one. Now I think we are nearing time now. Another session is
we will share our Dhun and Aarti, and we thank Meher Kripa ji and her loving parents to be with us today and sharing their love for Baba with us. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for sharing this.
Thank you, Roshni ji. Aarti and prayer already over. Thank you, Baba.
That is Baba.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, everyone. Jai Baba. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. 6 minutes.
Thank you, Roshni. Wonderful choice.
Thank you. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Angela, Baba.
Everyone. But then part 2 is next week. Meher Kripa is coming back again.
Good. Good.
She has many more stories to share.
Good. Wonderful.
I'll try to cover up as much as possible. Fast.
If you can't, then we'll have another one. Another
have
one,
a third
yes.
one too. No problem. We have time.
We are always hungry. We are always hungry for more.
Prabhupada, there is no need for the fast. Take your own time, leisurely, but cover entire experience.
No, Chanchi, Jai Baba. The
Jai
main
Baba.
thing we experience Baba's love and the grace and his compassion and how he guides and kindness through all this in the company of Baba.
Is Akka is going to talk?
She is the best.
Akka is also going to talk.
She was in Russia for 10, 11 years and she used to celebrate Baba's birthdays there.
Yeah.
What does Krupa mean?
Blessings.
Oh, nice.
So blessings.
That was blessings. Wow.
Yeah, Mehra Mai loved my name very much. Each time she used to tell, very nice name, very nice.
Krupa, you know that my house name is Meher Chandnori, Advocate Meher Krupa 10-3-294/1.
So
Merchant, you're also something very special, Merchant. Very like you. I like your company here.
Yeah.
Your heart is pure.
Oh, I don't know. I can't guess my heart myself. Only Baba knows. Baba Jane.
You're from Hyderabad.
Jai Baba, Merchant.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Prakash ji, Jai Baba.
I'll go for a short break and come back to Vijay. Vijay is going to talk now, and that's going to be beautiful. Saturday is also so full, you know, one after the other.
Right.
I don't
like
do
a
any
weekend
meetings with anyone. I'm saying groups on all the Zooms.
Meher Krupa, can you ask your father to come directly and talk to us? Ask your father to talk to us sometime.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because he can speak English, no?
Yes, yes, he can speak English.
Very good English.
But if he speed little slowly, he will go. Either we have to give him some subject or some of the incident. We have to, because if we ask, he will ask us what you want me to tell. And if we ask for 58 hours, he will start. For 55 hours, final declaration, he explained me very nicely. He was there in that meeting. And then Gadge Maharaj came to see Baba, and that meeting also means informal gathering. He was there, and Baba had told that Gadge Maharaj is on 6th plane. When they were there, after Gadge Baba left, Gadge Maharaj, then Baba told this to these few who were seated around him. I was telling him today only, but
You give a topic and then he will speak.
Okay.
Maybe he could share us next Saturday the story of the pillows that he made for Baba.
Great. Okay. I will ask.
Okay.
It's a very long story.
I always like to listen to him when he used to share, how he came in contact with Baba, and when he realized he always refused to accept him as a god, but how finally what happened and what he experienced, that is what I really love to listen to, because it's like experience, God can't be understood, he cannot be explained, only you can feel. So that thing he has experienced. And I believe that was such a deep experience that in all kind of tides of life, you can say, when it was very low, a lot of problems, still his faith is like a rock, unshakable. I personally feel it is because of the, kind of experience he had.
Meher, Anjali, can we see your face?
Yeah, please. That's what I was about to say.
Actually, I was cooking all the time, busy in kitchen.
Yeah, see,
Krupa, you should call all 4 sisters should present.
Yeah.
Anjali, Jyoti, Krupa and other sister. 4.
Now, Akka, you only promise that next Saturday you'll bring Dada here and make him speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dada.
Dada means the father.
Father, yeah.
Yeah.
Will you speak next Saturday? Next Saturday. Next Saturday.
जानेवारी
इथंच असंच मोबाईल लॅपटॉपवर. Yes, he will speak. Yeah. Yes, he's saying yes.
Someone suggested he can talk on the pillows, so that is.
बाबांसाठी पिलोज बनवले होते ना.
No, we would.
पिलोज बाबांसाठी बनवले होते. That they
We'll
would
take all of it.
And yes, all of it. And this experience that Meranjali just mentioned about him coming to Baba and then experiencing Baba as God. We would love to
तुमचं
hear all of
पहिलं
it.
न्यू लाईफ मधलं महाबळेश्वर.
Okay, so we'll see you next week. We're looking forward to it.
Thank
Abha,
you.
Meher Baba, Ki Jai.
Baba ki jai.